So, ladies and gents, I keep reviewing Batwoman, right? I know, God help me, my brain cells are dying. And this entire new season with a brand new Batwoman has all been about Kate Kane. And then we get an article about this. Ruby Rose addresses the possibility of returning as Kate Kane. And I'm like, well, it starts to make sense now. It genuinely seems like they're leaving the door open for her. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. And with the ratings and the viewership declining week on week, bearing in mind it was doing that with her anyway, but I can see that maybe they'll try and get her back to boost the ratings. I don't know. Or maybe she'll be in the final episode. I don't know. Side note, ladies and gents, if you want, I've had a lot of people that just don't get notifications for videos anyway. I released one of my films yesterday, Bjorn and Frida. Find it linked above and in the description box. Check it out. It's a Blackfields prequel story. Surprise thing. I shot and edited it all in 12 hours. Just a bit of fun for you guys. Hope you enjoy it. But let's dive into this. Because again, like I said, I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. But anyway, look, Batwoman underwent a major behind-the-scenes change last summer. Because Ruby Rose left. And that always seemed really rocky. Like, did she get fired? There was comments about her not enjoying being on set. Like, there was just loads of weird stuff. Like, bad attitudes and just things that shouldn't be happening on the set. Least of all, the fact that people, like, she experienced a major injury. And then also, someone else experienced a major injury. Loads of injuries keep happening on the set of this production. Shouldn't happen. It's real bad. I don't get it. But never mind. Anyway, she would leave after season 1. No exit. They were just like, yeah, you're gone. Which again meant they had to kill her off, essentially off screen. Although they're continuing this story as if she's still alive. And the entire season so far has been that. So weird. The move caused the series to pivot pretty significantly in its second season, choosing to introduce an entirely new character to take on the Batwoman mantle, Ryan Wilder. Still, Kate's off-screen story has still factored into Batwoman Season 2 in a way that has made some fans wonder if Rose could potentially return to the series in some capacity. And that's the thing. Every episode is about Kate Kane, Ruby Rose, Batwoman. Every episode is that. Every single episode. I don't get it. I don't understand. You'd think that they would want to build this new Batwoman up, right? Distance themselves away from Ruby Rose in some form or another. Just round out the season with her death, like narratively speaking. Just do that instead. Don't have it as just every single episode trying to chase her down. They're even bringing in Alice to do that as well. It's just ridiculous. Alice plays Ruby Rose's on-screen sister in the series. Super dumb. Super dumb. But because they keep doing that, and now these comments here, it does sound like they're looking to try to get her back, or at least leaving the door open for her to come back. And I don't understand why. So strange. But anyway, in a recent interview with ComicBookMovie, Rose addressed the possibility of her returning as Kate Kane, and argued that she would only do it if it made sense for the story. Hence, probably why they have left it open for so long. And this is the quote. I mean, I'm obviously moving on to other roles, as I think I've done about 3 films since. I would totally do it, Rose explained. I don't think it would serve the story, because I think building the new Batwoman is more important than going back too far into Kate Kane. But of course I would. I would absolutely do anything they wanted, as far as that. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've watched a couple of episodes, and I think they're handling it, how they're handling it is beautiful. I think it's her time to shine. It's like, well then obviously you do know that every single episode they're just talking about Ruby Rose's Kate Kane. Every goddamn episode. And even comicbook.com states this. Given the way that things have unfolded thus far in Batwoman's second season, with Kate disappearing in a plane crash, and they've even got her being held captive by some new person, Sophia Sohail, on the pirate nation of Coriana, the possibility of a potential return has definitely been left open. They've done this intentional. Oh, it's so lame. as opposed to killing her off entirely. Still, as Rose pointed out, Kate's return would have to be balanced by Ryan's ongoing journey as Batwoman, and in a way that wouldn't diminish the new character's story. The entire season is about Kate Kane, with this new Batwoman just along for the ride. These writers are trash. And again, quote, "To be honest with you, I did consider the soap opera version for a hot minute, selfishly, because we had a couple of episodes already written and transition-wise, it would be seamless. We already started breaking season 2. This is Caroline Dries, the showrunner, which was discussing Rose's exit. And she continues and says, but upon further reflection, and producer Greg Berlanti helped me make this call. And he's way smarter than me about this sort of stuff. He's like, I think we should just reboot the character in terms of reboot Batwoman as a different character. Just to also respect everything that Ruby Rose put into Kate Kane's character." Oh, God. So painful. It just doesn't make any sense. So you've rebooted the character, Greg Berlanti, like the showrunner, the executive producer, the guy behind all of this, the man who basically funds all of this crap and runs it all anyway. He's like, yeah, we'll reboot the character, no worries, mate. We'll reboot all of them, no worries at all. But then every single episode in this current new season, dealing with a brand new Batwoman, is all about Kate Kane. I mean, if that doesn't scream bollocks, I don't know what does. It's just so strange. Why would you do that? But then it makes sense now. Now it falls into place. Now it all makes sense. Because now they're talking about potentially her returning. And of course it makes sense. Sapphire's apparently got a captive. Even Alice's story in this whole new season is all about Kate Kane. Trying to get her back. Or some nonsense. Probably so she can kill her. I don't bloody know. Oh, I hate Batwoman so much. It's such trash. And it's such a polar opposite as well to the CW's other shows, Superman and Lois. Superman and Lois is great. They nailed that. Such a good series. Batwoman, what are you doing? But I do wonder, because they've already renewed it for Season 3, and Javicia Leslie already promoted that Season 3 has been renewed. So she obviously is going to be in that, obviously. So I do wonder whether Ruby Rose is just going to turn up at the end and go, you know what? You're the real Batwoman now, girl. And just walk off into the sunset. I bet you that's what they're going to do. Hate it. Hate it. It's just so lame. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.